Hello, friends, family, followers, and guests. Thank you for dropping in for a few moments. I've been really sick the last few days, and I think it takes a special kind of sickness in that I've watched all of the impeachment process, all of the hearings, so on and so forth. There's a piece of it I don't understand. Of course, there's a piece a lot of us don't understand, maybe not the same pieces. But one of the things I don't understand is that the House management team, does anyone know whether they actually had to appoint people from the House, or could they have had attorneys representing them as part of the management team? It was pretty sad with the gang, the House gang, Schiff and Nadler. And it was like they were a JV team up against an NFL team. They were outclassed so bad by President Trump's attorneys. One of the things I enjoyed so far is that Trump's attorneys have articulated the law accurately, and they've relied on evidence and facts. They've insisted that the House has had overwhelming evidence and therefore doesn't need witnesses. If they have the overwhelming evidence, why would they need more witnesses? And it was the House's job to gather the facts and the evidence. It's the Senate's job to do the trial, and the trial in this case means to review the facts and evidence and make a determination. So that's where we're at today. The pundits say that by this evening, motions should be done, and there's a possibility the whole thing will be dismissed either tonight or tomorrow morning. I had a client who, as a matter of law, Mike Dow, DOW, as a matter of law, was not guilty of the felony he was charged with. After the trial was over and the judge found him guilty, and we tried it to the judge called me into his room and told me, I wish I could remember his name, low-life scum-sucking SOB, but he told me that even though I was right on my points of law, that he was a Catholic and he wasn't going to uphold the Mosaic law, which is, there's a lot more story to this. But the bottom line is, he knowingly ruled against my client in a criminal matter, felony, where my client was found to be a felon. As a matter of law, according to the judge. He looked me right in the eye and he said, when you appeal this, I know you can get him off, but you're going to have to go through that, and I don't think he has the money to afford an appeal. So I went and talked to Mike, and I told him I'd do the appeal for free. And he, the judge, also broke the sentencing guideline, giving him the least possible sentence on a felony that he could give him, which was 6 months at that time for a felony. But anyway, there's a purpose to this story, but I'll tell one other first. I had another client who got in fisticuffs with a police officer. The police officer actually attacked my client, and there's witnesses to the whole thing and all of that. So now we're doing the trial, and we're doing closing arguments, and one of the people on the jury was a preacher for the, I think it was the Nazarene Church in Roseburg, Oregon. Notwithstanding the evidence, facts and evidence, the jury found my client guilty of the crime that he was charged with. I was in disbelief, and I had a chance to talk to the jury afterwards. Now, one of the voir dire questions I had asked the jury was, can they condone a lie? Because I knew that the police officer would lie and had lied several times, and the lies were in conflict. They weren't consistent. So no matter what, I had to lie for the record. So my client was found guilty. It tore at me pretty bad. So I saw the preacher in the hallway, and I stopped and asked him. He said, well, so-and-so on the jury knows your client and his history. Well, that person had lied in the voir dire in that he said he didn't know my client, didn't know anything about him. And he said, the preacher said, that this other guy said that my client was so bad that we should send my client a message and find him guilty and let him go to jail and think about things. So here's where we're at today. The pundits believe that the motion will be made and the impeachment will be dismissed in one form or another, either tonight or tomorrow morning. What I know is it ain't over until it's over. And while everybody's being predictive of what the Senate jury, the Republicans and the Ds, might find, and they think that they have the answer, and the Ds are really upset, the bottom line is we don't know, and we can't know until the jury has cast their ballots. So we'll find out about that this evening and tomorrow morning. My hope is it goes down the way the pundits have outlined, because again, Trump's team did an excellent job of dealing with the facts and the evidence, calling Schiff untruthful when he was untruthful, a liar is a liar, and calling Nadler untruthful. And then at the end, I don't know if you guys saw the race for the podium for the last comment by the Ds, but that actually made me laugh out loud. And that's unusual for me. That is way unusual. But it got me, and I really enjoyed it. Let's see how today unfolds. And for those of you who watch this video, thank you for stopping in for a short visit. I'm glad this is almost over and we can get along together, maybe a little bit better than what we have been, having this kind of crap behind us. We'll see how it all folds out. And with that, and for another day, until I either talk to you again or you respond or whatever, I hope you have this next week is one of the best ever. And to that end, my prayers are with you.